This week, we're at the Aspen Ice Garden in Aspen, Colorado. And with the help of a couple of dozen guys, we're going to turn this hockey rink into a luxury modern art fair and back again. My name is Nicholas Johnson, and this is the Space Warehouse. I am an art fair producer. I'm on a small but specialized art fair production team. My title is Lighting Division Manager. You might have noticed these giant piles of truss and baskets full of lights in previous videos. They are my domain. Generally, it's my job to run a crew of guys and girls who put up and electrify these long runs of truss and lights to shed some concentrated light onto these paintings and sculptures at these events all over the country. But beyond that, our space crew are the guys who are called upon to solve any and all problems for all the fancy art world folks. Sometimes that's installing giant sculptures, sometimes it's figuring out how to host live online interviews with people who are in different sides of the world. In Aspen, for example, I end up being the sound engineer for a series of panel discussions that happens out on the main floor. The shows we produce take place everywhere, from an airplane hangar in Santa Monica to a pier in Chicago downtown to a variety of venues in New York City. We even do a fair on South Beach in Miami where we level the beach, we level the sand and construct a tent about the size of a Home Depot that's totally air conditioned and complete with a restaurant and a shipping dock. But today it's Aspen, a tiny little wonderland in the mountains of Colorado. It's got that small town for multimillionaires feel that you just really feel at home. The Aspen Show is the smallest art fair we do each year. It's just 30 galleries collected inside a hockey rink. Months after the initial planning and design of the floor, Sarah and Grace run around and chalk out where the walls will be built, while I run power distro cables from the main 100 amp panel. I design a power map to evenly spread out the electricity to power all the lights and plugs for the galleries, and then I drag these super heavy cords around behind the walls. For the most part, it's just going to be a whole bunch of LED lights and people charging phones and computers. But you just never know when a clever gallery is going to hide a microwave or a coffee maker in their closet. So we have to make sure there's breakers distributed pretty evenly throughout the floor, because you cannot have like a whole aisle go dark at once. Not acceptable. Once the plan is laid and handed out, the wall crew gets to work putting up a little neighborhood of 10-foot tall booths and hallways so that you can walk around and totally forget that you're just in a small town ice rink. The Aspen Show is a lot more open than a lot of the other shows, despite its small size. This show focuses more on a small number of motivated buyers than it does on a huge number of just regular members of the public, like New York, Miami, and the LA shows do. After all the walls are up, the painters get to work taping and painting to hide all the seams, and the truss crew moves in to prepare all of the lights for the artwork. Every wall needs light, and every light needs a track, so this truss acts as an electrical network above the floor to deliver power to all the booths. This whole process really only takes about a day, and then in comes all the installation teams. Some galleries will come in and hang their own artwork if they're scrappy, but in Aspen this year, there was a lot of really big galleries with some really expensive pieces of art.
Picasso.
This guy apparently created his own shade of blue. This wall-size painting, for example, was going for $20 million. It didn't sell. Therefore, in come the art handlers. The art handler. The art handler is an expert at blue tape, the French cleat, the correct viewing height and style. The art handler is a creature who's completely unique to all genres and styles and personalities otherwise known to this world. Sometimes good at simple math, usually reasonably polite, and always able to get the job done one way or another. After the walls go up, the lights come on, the art is hung, and the bubble wrap, brown paper, and the smell of all natural bio-friendly deodorant has cleared the air, it's time to open the fair to the public. This is the closest thing to a calm before the storm we're gonna get. But really everything's just gonna work smoothly and it's just gonna be fine. It's these conversations that lead to the funding for all the trucks to bring in all the walls. These people decorating their homes allow for hundreds of flights and Airbnb rentals, the trips to Starbucks, and to bowling with the crew after the build. These patrons' money is what pays for the warehouses to store the light bulbs and the pallet jacks and the thousands of extension cords necessary to make this whole thing come to life. Not to mention the painters and the sculptors and the security guards and the cleaning crews and the art handlers and the AutoCAD designers and the forklift operators and the catering staff. And this is what pays for me. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Millionaire. I'm glad you like that color so that you can hang it on your wall and pay for me to keep traveling around and enjoying my life. I'm happy that you want to support these artists so that I have this warehouse that I can mess around in my free time at home. Please, keep filling your houses and condos with beautiful paintings so that I can keep buying equipment to make YouTube videos. Now, on to the next one. Next up is the Armory Show in New York City. But first, I made Joey go do some Olympic events to see how slow and weak a regular guy is when compared to an elite Olympic athlete. So I'm gonna go edit that video and you can watch that next. Then it's on to New York. I'm out of here.